My name is Dequarius Beverly, and in this video, I'm going to give you guys my first impression of this company by the name of PHP. Stands for People Helping People. It is a insurance agency company that allows you to be able to work from home, control your own schedule, and be able to help others on the importance of insurance and financial services. Now, I'm just giving you guys my unbiased opinion about this company because I am a person that is very open-minded. I like to go in with the, fresh new eyes and new open ears to just kind of get an idea of what this particular opportunity is about. So because I am someone that is in the industry and see the value of it, I wanted to give my opinion unbiasedly about this company. Now, I did get introduced to this opportunity from someone that I've known for a while, who was already a part of the company and wanted me to check out the orientation. And I would just say this first and foremost, I never judge a company because the fact is every independent agency is ran differently. So my experience might be a little bit different from yours based upon how the agency is ran. But this is kind of just a general idea of just what I kind of experienced that you might probably be able to reference to as far as what to expect. Okay. Now, People Helping People is an agency, an insurance agency, independent agency that allows to teach regular people on the importance of financial literacy, but also being able to invest and protect their financial futures and family foundation, which is protecting you with different products such as life insurance, short-term disability, long-term disability, protecting your wealth through different IUL products and umbrella insurance programs that will protect your well-being and financial security future-wise. Now, a good thing about this program is that it does teach people fundamentally the importance of insurance and giving people, the average day person, an understanding of why someone should want to have these things in place for the long-term longevity of their long-term livelihood. And because someone like myself who've seen a lot and witnessed these things, it's a countless amount of people that just does not understand this. And it really does appeal to the average day person because someone going into this opportunity more likely are going to learn something depending on if you have never taken the time to really understand insurance or understand financial literacy. And it is a really good program for someone who's getting started to really understand these type of services that we provide. Now, one thing that you're going to hear, and you'll hear this with any industry or agency, is that insurance creates the most millionaires in the country of the United States, especially because the fact is it's the way the world goes around. Everyone has some level of insurance, whether they conduct business, buying some type of consumer product, or just even driving a vehicle. We all have to have these things in place: health insurance, Medicare, things of that nature. So these are just one component product of just the entity of how we run as a society, that we all need insurance. And because most people do not understand the concept of this, it's a great way for someone averagely that has no understanding of these services to get in and get plugged in into a turnkey system that can be able to allow you to create some significant income through the comp plan and the promotions that they provide through the average person that gets started and actually put in the work. Now, of course, this is not an easy fret for most people that get excited, and 9 times out of 10, most people will fail because of the lack of drive and consistency that it takes to actually build an actual business in this type of entity. Now, someone who has prior experience with being in multi-level marketing businesses and, getting into direct sales and just being in this industry in different entities, I can tell you one thing is that they're very, very focused on recruiting and duplication, because that's where the real leverage is. Meaning is that if you sell one person off your own effort, you will have to continue to sell consistently. But if you build a team of other people doing the exact same thing, then it positions yourself for leverage to create a sense of residual income, as long as the particular agent that you're recruiting actually does the work. And so this is something to really consider, especially if you're getting started in the industry of insurance, is that there's a lot of these types of companies that provide that type of opportunity, which is great, especially if you want to build a long-term business that provides that type of income lifestyle. But however, if you're really looking to learn how to really sell insurance to people that are actively looking of your product and services, then you have to really consider the type of training that the agency is providing. Now, at my particular experience, it was very energetic. They were very optimistic. That's one thing you will find a lot of these agencies, is that they're going to bring a lot of enthusiasm in the energy in those companies, because in those actual rooms, because of the fact, they want to get the new person who's actually getting the chance to see the opportunity, to see why so many people are excited and enthusiastic about the opportunity. But also you have that camaraderie of support, which is very important when looking into a particular company like this, is understanding the type of training that's provided. Now, most companies like this are going to tell you to reach out to your friends and family. They're going to tell you to reach out to the people you know, because ultimately that is the best way for you to get started, to get practice and educate people on the importance of insurance and protecting your livelihood of your family, a long-term wealth building asset. So these are the things that they're going to teach you. They're going to teach you about the importance of why you want to make sure you invest for the long term, and making sure you position yourself with products that make sense in your financial situation to at least protect your family in the right now. And so these are just things that they're teaching you, as well as giving you knowledge of understanding on how to take advantage of living benefits through your insurance. Now, a lot of times when people think of insurance, they think of it as another necessity that they either have to pay, or they only use it when something bad happens. And in that case, that actually is so, but there is a lot of other perks that you can gain from just insurance itself, based on the fact that you can actually take advantage of some of the living benefits that some insurance products will actually provide. And they teach that here in that company. So I'll definitely give it a plus for that. Now, as far as the training, this is very important for someone who's looking to actually get started in the industry, is that you really want to consider the type of training that you're getting. Because again, like I said, a lot of people who are getting started are going to be taught to go out and talk to their friends and family, talk to people, that they may have known, and try to get them to go to an orientation, just like how you were introduced to the opportunity as well. And that may work for some, but for most people, if you don't have a strong network of people that are open-minded into this opportunity or things, then like I said, you may find yourself having to go out and cold prospect, which again is a great way still into this day to still market to people. But again, you have to consider your time. You have to consider the opportunity itself in terms of, can anyone do this? And also leveraging the efforts of how many people you can talk to. Now, one thing that I understand in this business, in any industry of direct sales, is that it's all about leads, meaning that how many people you can get in front of about your opportunity that is going to be able to tell you no. Because in order for you to get to the yeses, you're going to probably go through a lot of no's of rejection in this industry. And for someone that's getting started in direct sales, or just getting into any type of industry of sales as a whole, is going to experience a lot of that. So for a lot of people that are getting started and getting motivated to get into an industry like this, have to have some level of tough mental skin. And that's why I think having an agency that you can have good camaraderie support would definitely help someone who's getting started to really understand these are the things you're going to have to go through in order to be truly successful in this type of industry as a whole. Now, only thing that I have a biggest gripe is that, again, they're very old school method of teaching people, as far as talking to friends and family, talking to people 3 feet away from you to basically, pique interest to, get into a business and learn about an opportunity. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're someone who's home a lot, often now, because of, we're now able to work from home, we're more remote, these are the things that ultimately you have to consider as a factor. So, for me, I've learned that having leverage of the internet and being able to position myself as an authority figure definitely helps a lot of being able to create a separation of space where you can be able to attract people towards you instead of going out prospecting. Now, I think you should still implement that as far as in your day-to-day strategy, as far as getting people to be interested in your program. But again, you have to consider time and the amount of effort it is going to take to get someone introduced and actually committed to go out into a meeting. And because of the fact a lot of people are a little already, in a sense, accustomed to the idea of certain things like this are considered like pyramid schemes, which I don't think it is. These industries are not pyramid schemes. When people say pyramid scheme, they usually have the misconception that, in order for you to make money, you have to recruit a lot of people. The fact is that pyramid schemes is basically when you recruit a bunch of people into a system and entity that does not have a real tangible product or service. And so that's not the case. So I'm debunking any misconception of PHP being that. That's not. It's a legitimate company. You do have to pay for licenses and things like that in order for you to get registered and become a licensed agent. You cannot solicit any type of insurance unless you're licensed by the state. And this is very important too for you to understand as well, that you have to pay for licensing fees. So meaning that you have to get registered to pay for your class. Exam FX is the website that you use in order for you to get registered to get your training. Then you also have to pay for your licensing tests. Now, depending on where you're located, it can be cost anywhere between $45 to $60, depending on where you're located. And you have to be able to pass at least a 70 to 80%, depending on where you live. Also, too, you got to pay for your background check, which can cost anywhere between $35 to $40, depending on where you're located. And then also, you have to pay for your actual registry fee to actually be a part of PHP, which is a little interesting because most agencies these days do not require, and if it's a good agency anyway, not saying that PHP isn't, but if it is an agency that really truly invests in your success, a lot of times they will comp you with being able to get your license fee waived as long as you produce a certain level in the beginning of the company, or if you actually, in some cases, I find that they'll even pay for your license as well if they're really desperate to want to have you as an agency. And the problem is that there's a lot of companies right now that are in desperate need of agents. We're in an influx of the fact that we just don't have enough agents for the demand of people that are uninsured or just need our services. So it's a really good time, especially if you're looking for a transition, career change, to be able to find a reputable company that you can provide these services. Now, regardless of whatever company you go through, the insurance industry, I believe, is a great career opportunity to be able to create flexibility, income uncapped, and being able to create a sense of fulfillment that you're actually helping and changing people's lives on a service and product that they need and need to understand. And because you have an understanding, you actually put yourself above 90% of the population that do not understand these services as a whole. So it is a great time, especially if you're looking into this industry, to be able to consider looking into some of these opportunities and really, I will always say, compare. Go to a few interviews and really take the time to really grill and ask certain questions regarding training. Is the training itself is just going to be consist of you doing, belly to belly sales marketing? Are you only consist of having to talk to people you only know? These are things to really consider, because one thing in my, of my experience in this field, in this industry, is having the sphere of influence and getting around people that have a sphere of influence where someone can actually take a time to look into something that they're actually recommending. And when you're talking to people, you're gonna come across to people that don't have that sphere of influence. And it may be you, someone that's watching this. But if the only for you to be able to stand out, you're gonna have to create value within yourself to get people to listen and want to pay attention to what you're saying. And so if this is stuff that you want to definitely learn, I'm going to be talking about this more in my video, because I do teach things that I've learned in my personal life and things that I've been able to practice to be able to help the average man. And these are things that I played a part in my own personal experience with these type of industries. Now, I think that what PHP provides to offer, it does provide a great opportunity for the average person to really understand insurance. You just have to go in understanding exactly what are you going to do with once your friends and family or the people you know are no longer clients or have already became clients. How are you going to go out and market yourself? When I was asking the question to one of the top agents that were running the office there, she told me that she does Uber and Lyft to kind of get out and, reach out to people, which is a great way too. I think, as long as you can get in front of people and talk to people about the conversation of insurance and protecting your family, it is a great way to, build a side income outside of what you're actually doing. I think everyone still has to have that conversation whether if you want to avoid it or not, because inevitably we all going to come to that face of reality that we want to make sure that we protect those we love. And not having certain things in place can be a detriment from my experience, from what I've seen, that you want to have these things in place for your family and household. So I just wanted to share my insight and things and say that, you know, if you're going to consider joining PHP, make sure you really take the time to really grill the agency as far as the type of training that is going to be provided. You know, I believe that from my personal experience, it's good to have both online and offline training as far as being able to provide leads and get access to as many people as possible, because the true success in this industry of any direct sales field is having leads and enough people to talk to about the opportunity, because you got to go through the no's before you get to the yeses. All right. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Tell me what you think of this. Tell me what your experiences have been with PHP. I just wanted to just kind of share the wealth in this industry, because I have found that this is a wonderful industry as far as what we're able to do for clients and help people all over the world and across the country, excuse me. And, you know, I think it's a great way for anyone who's looking to understand fundamentally of what, you know, keeps this country running. You can understand that through a company like this, but most importantly, focus on the training and education more so than the opportunity itself. Because again, there's so many abundant of opportunities out there that you can really be able to, you know, put yourself in the rightful position if you just don't quit. And that's really gonna, you know, separate you from the 90% of people that do in this particular field. So again, my name is DeQuarius Beverly. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I just wanted to share this quick rant on this particular subject, because I've been hit with this opportunity multiple times this year, and I just wanted to, you know, give insight to those of you that are looking at this opportunity on what to kind of expect. I have nothing bad to say about it, honestly. I just think the only thing is that you know, the training itself is something to be in question, and as well as the comp level, as well as another thing that they didn't really talk about a lot of in the orientation. More so, they was really focused more on you know, family and helping people and impact and things like that, which is very important. You know, we want to be doing this for the simple fact of impacting people, but again, you know, it ultimately comes down to you know, is this going to make sense time-wise for yourself and your family to invest in it wholeheartedly and get the return of investment for the time that you're going to have to take away from the things that are important to you in order for you to build this. So those are the things that I am in question. But as long as you have a good turnkey system of leads of people to get in contact with, then you will be successful regardless of where you are. So again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and tell me what you guys thought as far as your experience with PHP. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.